And now to Cleveland, Ohio, and that's where earlier this morning one of the men charged with holding those 3 women captive for so many years had his first court appearance. Andy Roskin has more on the arraignment of Ariel Castro.
Ariel Castro looked down during the entire proceeding. The kidnapping and rape suspect bit his collar and signed court documents while still handcuffed. Castro didn't enter a plea or even utter a word as the judge set his bond at $8 million.
They were bound and restrained and sexually assaulted.
Authorities say Michelle Knight was abducted first in 2002, followed by Amanda Berry in 2003, then Gina DeJesus a year later. We're now learning the horrors those 3 women allegedly endured while held hostage by Castro for a decade. ABC News has learned the 3 women were often locked up in separate rooms, starting in the basement, then later upstairs. ABC's Cleveland station, WEWS, has learned from a law enforcement source that inside the home, the women reported multiple pregnancies and miscarriages, and that Amanda Berry gave birth in a small inflatable pool inside the house. One of the other women held captive helped deliver that baby. In their years as prisoners, the women never left the house, except for 2 brief visits to the garage on the property. We also hear, for the first time, the recordings from the police radios when officers realized the girls missing for a decade were found alive.
We found them. We found them.
Berry and DeJesus are back home with their grateful families today.
It was just hugging and kissing and crying.
We also heard exclusively from the daughter of the suspect, who was friends with Gina when they were teens.
I'm so sorry for everything.
The 3rd victim, Michelle Knight, is still in the hospital. The New York Times says Castro got her pregnant multiple times, then punched her in the stomach until she miscarried. Andy Roshan for ABC News in Cleveland.
Charles Ramsey, the neighbor who helped rescue those captive women, he's now in the spotlight, and it is not just for his act of bravery. It's what he said in an interview with Anderson Cooper of CNN. When asked if he would like a reward, Ramsey replied by pulling out his paycheck and saying, "I get a paycheck. Give the reward to the girls they rescued." We put this on our Facebook page, and so far, it's received more than 500,000 likes and 147,000 shares, and that's a record for a News Channel 9 Facebook post. Meanwhile, an Oregon man is on a mission to reward Ramsey by raising $10,000, that fund already topping $7,000. If you want to get involved, we've posted more on this story on our website, again, newschannel9.com.